MSA's Northern 7 Conference as the Penn Hills Indians visit the Seneca Valley Raiders. High school football at MSAsports.net is sponsored by Progress, by First Commonwealth Bank, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Carlow University, by Officially Sports, by Dollar Bank, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates. Now let's head out to Seneca Valley High School and join Greg Warnock, Cory Campano, and videographer Scott Majeski for all the action.
Welcome into Seneca Valley, and a win and you're in type atmosphere here tonight between Penn Hills and Seneca Valley. Penn Hills coming into this one at 2-1 in the conference, 3-2 overall. Meanwhile, on the other side, Seneca Valley coming into this one as 1-2 in the conference, 2-2 overall. These two teams know how to put points on the board, Cory, for Penn Hills. 41.8 points per game, and they are led by the quarterback who leads the WPIAL in passing, Cam Tarrant. 1,590 yards passing on the season.
Yeah, and 22 touchdowns to go along with those yards. He's 101 for 149 completions and attempts on the season. Does have 6 interceptions, but that's going to come when you throw the ball as much as Penn Hills does. They can run it as well. Cam Tarrant especially, 336 yards on the ground to go with those passing yards. Averages over 7 on the ground. Terry Smith can run the football, and we just heard before the game from Coach Peterman that Tim Smith is back for Penn Hills, who can provide some rushing and receiving for the Indians on offense, but no doubt they can really score the football.
6 different guys have at least 10 receptions on the offense. 5 guys have at least 200 receiving yards in their 5 games this season. Seneca Valley, meanwhile, they average 31 points per game, but they also give up close to 31 points per game at 30.8. They are led by their quarterback, Jack Cook. He has 756 yards passing, but also has 266 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's a dual-threat quarterback as well. Maybe not to the extent of Cam Tarrant, but Jack Cook, make no mistake about it, is the face of the Raider offense. You mentioned those 266 yards rushing, almost 5 per carry. He can score the football on the ground. He's done that 4 times. He's also thrown 7 touchdowns. Does have 4 interceptions. A little careless with the football, but Seneca Valley has played some tough teams. And Hank Royal, who can complement Jack Cook to no end, running the football, 471 yards on 79 carries. That's 6 per carry. He also has 5 touchdowns. Seneca Valley's going to have to score to beat Penn Hills tonight, because this is definitely going to be a shootout. And you mentioned, Greg, the win and you're in type feeling when you look at this Northern 7 Conference and how tough it is. Really, this could determine who gets in the playoffs.
Yeah, both teams have yet to face North Allegheny, so that's something to keep in mind as we go into this. But Central Catholic and Pine Richland, 1 and 2, they're facing each other tonight. Near locks, I would say, to get those top 2 spots out of the conference. But North Allegheny is sitting there with both teams still having to play them. So if you win this game, you're looking pretty good for an opportunity to be able to get into the playoffs. Talked to Dave Vestal before the game. He mentioned that he is not hoping for a shootout in this one, which kind of plays differently to how they've won their games, right? They've put up points, and when they put up points, they win the games. When they can't score, that means that they haven't won. So something to keep in mind for Seneca Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you mentioned it, 48 points in the opener against Peters Township and 42 against Butler in Week 3. Those were the 2 games they won, and the 2 they lost, obviously, were to Pine Richland and Central Catholic, powerhouses who are going to score the football. But Seneca Valley, who can put points up, only put up 20 and 14 in those games respectively. So interesting to think that Dave Vestal doesn't want to shoot out here. Probably is just worried about keeping Penn Hills off the scoreboard. Maybe he thinks if he can keep them off the scoreboard, the better chance that they have to win and fall into a defensive-type atmosphere. The weather could also contribute to that as well.
John Peterman, the head coach of Penn Hills, he mentioned that they are hoping to shut down the Seneca Valley running game and to be able to make them throw the football a little bit more. And when they played Pine Richland a couple weeks ago in that 52-21 loss, Penn Hills tried to shut down the pass, and Pine Richland just ran it down their throats. So he's looking to kind of do the opposite here against Seneca Valley.
Yeah, and really you've just got to come with that defensive mindset a little bit better if you're Penn Hills. There's no doubt that they can score the football. Let's not get anything wrong there. They're 3-2 in their wins, 37-6, 56-21, and then last week over Shaler, 53-0. But the same type deal for them. They're lost to Pine Richland. They gave up 52, only scored 21. It's really just going to see which way the side tilts here, Greg. I could see either team winning this football game. The atmosphere is terrific here at Seneca Valley High School. I think both teams understand the implications that this game has to offer.
I think for both teams, being able to stay in your assignments and be able to make the plays defensively, I think that's what it's going to come down to here tonight. Probably a tougher challenge for Seneca Valley because Penn Hills has so many different guys who touch the football. Yeah,
they can spread you out offensively. You mentioned it before, and we talked about it in the pregame, Greg. I mean, 6 guys, I think it is, with 10 or more receptions. There's no wonder that Cam Tarrant can throw the football all over the field. You have to give those guys credit as well. And really, for Seneca Valley, I think you hit the nail right on the head. Defensive assignments. Know what you're doing out there. If you stick to your man or whether it's sticking to your spot in the zone, defensively is going to be a big, big assignment here tonight on the Seneca Valley side of the football.
Penn Hills has come onto the field. Seneca Valley about to come on momentarily. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have kickoff here from Seneca Valley High School. You are listening to WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, First in Turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, First in Turf.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDrivesYou. Carlo University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
About to get underway here from Seneca Valley High School. Seneca Valley will receive the football to begin this football game. Probably a good thing to get their offense out and see if they can get some early points going.
Yeah, I think Seneca Valley, I think that was kind of their plan going into it, that they wanted the football first. Dave Vestal was, as we've mentioned a couple times, the idea of not wanting to get into a shootout, I think, could play big factors into how this game turns out. That could work out great for Seneca Valley and be a great mindset should they be able to keep Penn Hills off the board. And what better way to try and start to do that but to score first.
So we'll see Seneca Valley get ready to get the football here as Penn Hills comes out onto the field. The rain has stopped, which is a good thing here, and when you see all these playmakers, all the points that go on the board, the last thing you want to see is weather affecting this, but also the nice turf here at Seneca Valley, not going to be much of a factor.
Yeah, we were walking out there pregame to talk to the coaches, and it didn't seem like a factor at all. It actually seemed pretty dry considering the circumstances. So, and like you said, Greg, the rain has stopped, so that could mean that we could be seeing all types of variety of football, throwing and running the football. Seneca Valley will have the first opportunity to do that.
We got the rare double rainbow walking into the stadium. And we are underway here from Seneca Valley. Fielded at about, the ball fumbled at about the 3-yard line, picked up, and getting to about the 15, and that's about it. It was brought up field by Peyton Scalos. So that's where Seneca Valley would take at going to be spotted about the 17-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, a little jitters maybe. Scalos drops the ball on the 3-yard line. Luckily had enough time and wherewithal to pick that up and get positive yardage. But from the 17-yard line, we'll see Jack Cook. And again, 7 TDs, 4 interceptions on the season. Expect him to throw the football quite a bit tonight.
First down and 10 coming up here for Seneca Valley, and a little bit of delay.
There's no football on the field.
That might be an issue.
That is the first time I've ever seen that. Kickoff return, neither of the officials spotted the football.
So we got the ball in play, and we are underway. We got 2 receivers out to the right for Seneca Valley. A back beside, and the handoff, and Penn Hills is able to stop the run. Scalos looks like he's going to lose a couple of yards. Back to the 15.
Yeah, it was Hank Royal, I think, that got the carry.
I'm sorry.
Lost 2 yards immediately, and boy, there was just nothing there. The defensive, it seemed like the entire defensive line for Penn Hills was in the backfield.
This is going to set up a 2nd down and 12 for Seneca Valley. Royal back here in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left and 2 out to the right for Seneca Valley. And a handoff once again inside. He's going to carry a couple tackles with him and pick up about 5 yards on the play. On the stop for Penn Hills that time was Garrison Kemp.
So give it to your workhorse here, Hank Royal, the first 2 plays for Seneca Valley. Maybe this, the first situation where Jack Cook will be forced to throw. Called a gain of 6 on the run, though, so they got a lot of those yards back.
3rd and 6 coming up. 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right as Seneca Valley tries to spread Penn Hills out a little bit. And a quick pass, catch is made, and a broken tackle. See who made that catch. Was it his big tight end? Looks like that was catch Jacob Hall. And it is a 1st down up to the 45-yard line. A huge play as Hall was able to break a tackle.
That was a big gain there, and looked like Hall caught the football at the 1st down yard marker and then was able to break 2 tackles and get about 10 more yards after that. Nice gain and a nice throw for Jack Cook to maybe get in some rhythm.
He just took the snap and just threw the ball right away. Didn't even move at all, as now he's got 2 receivers out to the left, 1st down and 10. And we're going to see the handoff inside to Royal, and he'll pick up about a yard on the play.
Again, up the middle there, nothing much. Good pursuit on the defensive line. Big number 55, Garrison Kemp. First one in there for Penn Hills. Stops it quickly. Hank Royal's the one they want to get going, Greg. It's going to be a matter of if there's room, though.
2nd down and 9. Coming up here for Seneca Valley. Again, same formation with Royal beside Cook in the backfield. And this time he's going to quick throw outside. Catch is made by Scalos, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. Pickup of 11 yards down to the 43-yard line of Penn Hills. So another 1st down coming up here for Seneca Valley.
You see the cushion on the defensive side for Penn Hills. Cornerbacks and safeties, really, when you spread the football out and they're giving the receivers that much room, it's easy for Jack Cook. Just play pitch and catch out there and let the receivers run.
He's not even moving in the backfield at all.
Yeah, really one step, drop, and throw.
Same formation, 2 receivers out to the left, and this time a handoff, a stutter step move, but getting nowhere on that carry. That was Hank Royal.
Again, just nothing there, Greg. Up the middle, looked like they tried left, and Royal tried to bounce right. Made absolutely nothing of it there. Damian Brady, number 44, on the left end for Penn Hills was the one to make the stop.
7th play of the drive coming up here for Seneca Valley on a 2nd down and 10. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. This time they'll get another receiver out to the right. 2 still out to the left. Royal with Cook in the backfield. And now taking a couple of steps is Cook. He's going to fire deep downfield. He's got his man. Catch is made by Peyton Scalos, and he's going to get down to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 18 yards on the play.
Yeah, Peyton Scullis right in the middle. And actually, now Seneca Valley is going to go huddle up.
Actually, at the 26 is where they'll spot it, so pickup of 17, but a 1st down for Seneca Valley. Handoff inside. Royal's going to break one here. A nice run up the middle, pickup of about 10 yards on the play. He's going to get down to the 15-yard line. Give him 11, and another first down for Seneca Valley.
And here's what Seneca Valley can do. They've got Penn Hills back on their heels all the way down to the 15-yard line already. They'll go no huddle.
Handoff again to Royal. This time he's going to get bottled up in the backfield. Rick Squires, among others, for Penn Hills, getting in on the stop.
Yeah, nothing there again, right side. Hank Royal really, after that 11-yard run's the only one that he's been able to bust. He loses another one there.
They're going all right side, too, and they're handing the football off.
Yeah, even the one time they went left, Royal bounced it right. So that must be the strength side for Seneca Valley.
Two receivers out to the left on a second down and 11. Rolling out to his left, now trying to step up in the pocket. Here's Cook, and he's going to make his run to the end zone. He's going to get brought down inside the 5 at about the 3. Darryl Holloway in on the stop for Penn Hills. So it'll be first and goal from the 4.
Boy, there was nothing there, and somehow Jack Cook turned that into a 12-yard gain. This is an impressive opening drive for Seneca Valley. They've run the football, they've thrown the football. Get it in the end zone would be a great start in front of the home crowd.
11th play of the drive coming up here for Seneca Valley. And a 3-back set here on first and goal. Handoff inside. Royal's going to get brought down in the backfield. A good stop that time by Damian Brady.
Boy, that's not the first time we've called his name either. Damian Brady. If they're going to run right, Damian Brady's that left end side for Penn Hills. He's doing a tremendous job on this first drive. Another loss.
So it's going to set up a second down and goal. Loss of almost 2. We'll give it a long one, I guess. 2 receivers out to the right on a second and goal situation. Jack Banofsky as well as Peyton Scalos out to the right. A fake by Cook this time now. Runs it right up the middle. He will be brought down, but he will pick up a couple of yards. We'll see where they spot it.
Looks like at the 2, so give him 3. But not, I don't think, Greg, the 2 plays that you wanted on first and goal. Looked like a run that went nowhere and a broken down pass play. This is, I think, 4-down territory to start this game for Seneca Valley. Let's see if they can get it in.
Yeah, considering the points you expect to be putting on the board in this game, you don't want to say it's a must score early on, but you want to be able to put these points on the board. 3-back set again, and Cook's going to keep it himself, follow his blockers. He's going to get brought down, though. A good tackle made on the play by Daryl Mason. And it's going to go for no gain, and it's going to be a 4th and goal. And what do? Dave Vestal's got a decision.
Yeah, loss of 1, gain of 3, and then no gain from the 4. After we were just complimenting them on the great drive, this is not the time to stall, and Vestal says go for it.
Taking your advice. And 5:28 and counting here in the first quarter. 14th play of the drive. Will it result in 6? And they fake the run. They're going to look to throw, but Cook's got pressure on him. He's going to make the one-man miss. Now he's going to run it himself to the left side. He's got a man open in the back of the end zone. Did he go down first? It's a touchdown.
Wow.
That was a debatable call.
That is something else. It sure looked like Jack Cook's knee was down from here, Greg. No replay in high school football, so Seneca Valley can breathe a little easier, but from here, that looked like he was down.
Obviously, we're at a bad angle. We don't see where the ball is when his knee hits, but ref was there on the line. They decided he was in. Extra point coming from Tanner Sherry. It's a 6-0 lead for Seneca Valley with 5:10 to go. Sherry's extra point almost blocked, but it is up, and it is no good. He had some pressure in, so Sherry's extra point no good. It's 6-0 Seneca Valley. 5:10 to go in the opening quarter. Back with more in a moment. You are listening to WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
Monticello's Italian restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us on the MSA Sports Network and receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to Monticello's.com. Monticello's, a Pittsburgh favorite.
6-0 Seneca Valley leading Penn Hills as they put together a 14-play drive that results in points. And now Penn Hills will get their offense out for the first time.
Jack Cook capped it off with a 2-yard touchdown run. Good start for Seneca Valley, but missed extra point. We'll see if that proves costly. As you know, the team in white, Penn Hills, loves to score the football. See if they continue it here this week.
Nice long drive, though, for Seneca Valley. 6 minutes and 44 seconds off the clock. Short kick, fielded about the 15, up to the 20. And brought down, thought brought down, but now brought down about the 25. That was Cameron Jeffries. So Jacob Hall on the stop here, and Penn Hills will take over at the 27-yard line.
Good coverage on that short kick, only allowing about a 12-yard return, but good field position for the Indians. Again, trailing by 6. It's really no margin for them. Cam Tarrant and his WPIAL leading 1,590 passing yards will come out for the first drive.
Tarrant in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He'll bring a man in motion. They'll fake the man in motion, and they'll get a little dump pass out to Tim Smith. He's going to get his first touch of the game, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play up to the 31. So Tim Smith, his first game back, why not get him a little action, get him a little taste?
Yeah, really hasn't played since week 1, I believe, or week 0, I believe it was the last time that he played. Got the ball 10 times on the run. That's his first reception of the year. It does go for 4, but Greg, we mentioned in the pregame, I think we'll see a heavy dose of him.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 6 coming up here for Penn Hills. And this time they will hand it off on the end around, looking for some blockers, trying to cut back field, but not going to be able to do it. That was Jeremy Hamilton on the run. And a fantastic stop on the play for Seneca Valley. Brock Griesach.
And it looked like he got back to the line forward progress-wise, but no gain. And if Dave Vestal does not want to shoot out, Greg, that first drive that ate, 7 minutes off the clock in these first 2 plays, he's on way to a good route there, that's for sure.
So it's going to be a 3rd and long situation. Or excuse me, not 3rd and long, a 3rd and 5 situation. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Tarrant looking out to his left. And he's got pressure inside, and he's going to get brought down for a sack. Trying to see who made that stop. That was Seth Markle. And Seneca Valley is going to force a 3-and-out.
Yeah, loss of 5 on the sack. Great 3-and-out for Seneca Valley. Boy, you could not have scripted a better start to the game for the Raiders.
Jake Banofsky back deep for Seneca Valley. Noah Dipko back to punt the football away here for Penn Hills. Short kick and a huge kick here from Sipko. And it goes off for the hands at the 25, going back to the 15 to get it. And now a lot of room to make up for Banofsky, and he's not going to be able to do it. He's going to get brought down right around the 15-yard line. So a great job of special teams by Penn Hills. I believe that was Kayvon Paschal who made the stop.
Yeah, Paschal gets in there. Boy, that's a costly mistake. You want to talk about field position in high school football. That's a huge change. That punt was from, Greg, about the 20-yard line of Penn Hills, maybe a little further up, 25, and Seneca Valley starts this drive on the 15, so that's a big change of field there, and the Raiders will have a long way to go.
Yeah, a lot of times teams kicking from the 20, most teams have around the 40 in high school football, but boy, you give it up for the leg of Noah Dipko. He crushed that ball. Handoff Trying to go right side once again, Hank Royal. They got about a yard on the play.
You said it, Greg, right side again. That's their bread and butter, or seems to be for Hank Royal, but already his 8th carry of the ball game, and 3 of them have been negative carries. 1 was a gain of nothing. Penn Hill's doing a nice job on that left side of the defense.
Well, they mentioned they want to come in and shut down that running game of Seneca Valley. They've had mixed results in that first drive. The negative plays, but they also gave up a couple of big runs. 2 receivers to the left and 2 out to the right. Looking to throw the football. He got pressure coming inside. Able to avoid the pressure, throw the football downfield, and somehow make a play, and a flag comes in the backfield. Jack Cook made a huge completion to Jacob Hall, and they are all the way up to the 35-yard line. Let's see the flag.
Maybe roughing the passer where that flag came in on the right sideline. How about the arm strength, though, from Jack Cook? He was nearly out of bounds and was able to put enough touch on that ball to Jacob Hall.
It is roughing the passer. So with the personal foul, they will be up even more. So the pass play nets them 24 yards. The penalty is going to give them another 15, and it's going to put them right up the midfield.
Jacob Hall, 2 big catches to start the ball game for that young man. He's an influential tight end for Seneca Valley. He's a very athletic tight end, can block and catch. And 2 catches already for 45 yards.
Yeah, you mentioned the arm strength for Cook. He was on the run throwing that football.
Across his body.
And 2 guys in his face.
Just add to the list.
And we're going to get our first flag probably on Seneca Valley here. I believe they jump first. And it will be on Seneca Valley. Back them up 5. That's one thing Penn Hills cannot afford, is another long drive where points end up on the board for Seneca Valley. Quick reminder, today's game is brought to you by ProGrass, First and Turf. Got the ProGrass stream. Thanks, Scott, for being here with us as the run you hear on first down to Hank Royal and the left side of the field.
Yeah, for the first time. And a little bit of positive yardage, maybe 3 there, but he did get some of that penalty yardage back. I think Seneca Valley, Greg, to your point about the clock run, I think they're totally fine with that. If you don't want a shootout, you control the possession of the football game.
Yep.
So maybe that change of field was a good thing for them.
2 receivers to the left and 2 out to the right. Those quick passes have been working for Seneca Valley. Wonder if they go to that a little bit more to open up that running game. This time, Cook's going to have to keep it himself, and he's going to get hit in the backfield for a loss on the play. Hit down by Richard Martin. Also Andrew Plowden on the stop.
Cook lost 3 there. So if Penn Hills can get a stop here, maybe get the football back, they need to gain some momentum because Seneca Valley has run more than a handful more plays than Penn Hills has gotten the opportunity to.
Yeah, at this point, this could be the last play of the quarter. 6-0 lead. 2 receivers out to the left on a 3rd and 15. They send their tight end out as well, pass downfield, and in and out of the hands of his intended target for Cook that time, Jake Bonofsky. It was Tyler Blue who makes the stop.
First incompletion for Jack Cook. He's now 4 of 5 to start the ball game. That was a terrific defensive play by Blue because the football was there, and it looked like the receiver had a chance to pull it in, but Blue got his hand in there at the last second to knock it away.
I think the ball just hung in the air a little too long.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what caused Panofsky to have to jump up there and just kind of wait up in the air for it, and gave Blue that opportunity to knock it away. Interesting here. 4th and 15.
Might be a pooch kick coming. Looks like Jack Cook backed up a little.
That's exactly what happens. And it's going to go out of bounds, so a short kick. Short change in field position, and Penn Hills will have the ball. See where they spot it.
It's like at the 30, Greg.
So only netting them about 25 yards on the kick. But you keep it out of the Penn Hills playmakers' hands as well on the punt.
Yeah, really not smart to go for it in that situation there. I like the call by Vestal to just punt it away. Trust your defense.
First down and 10. Tarrant looking Downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking downfield for Terry Smith out of the backfield, but good defense that time. Jack Cook in there on D for Seneca Valley. And to 1. Quick first quarter.
Sure was.
6-0. Seneca Valley up in front. Penn Hills. Penn Hills with the football, though. We'll have it back for you in a moment. You are listening to WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
Log on every Wednesday night at 7 for the latest high school football news during this week in the WPIAL here on the MSA Sports Network. Join Don Rebel and other members of the MSA Sports team as they visit with WPIAL football coaches, plus they run down the upcoming schedule and preview the weekend's top high school football games. That's this week in the WPIAL, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. this fall, only on the MSA Sports Network.
Officially Sports is your one-stop shop for all your officiating needs. If you need a shirt, jacket, pants, shoes, whistles, etc., Officially Sports has it all, and they are the sole licensed supplier for the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association. Officially Sports also provides custom bags and apparel to help promote your officials association. Mention this ad and receive free shipping until November 1st. Order online at www.officiallysports.com or call 1-800-934-4555. That's 1-800-934-4555. Call today.
Right.
Officially Sports.
Back here, Tim Smith gets the first carry of the second quarter, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play, so that's 3rd and 5.
That was a nice play by Tarrant on the option to get rid of the football when he did. He had no room up the middle, and now Penn Hills needs to convert here.
Spreading it out, 3 receivers to the left and 2 out to the right, looking to his left. The catch is made. It's going to be a first down for Penn Hills over the middle of the field to Tim Smith.
Nice job there by Tehran. I love the play call, too. Go 5 wide, spread it out on 3rd and 5, and just get a quick hitter. If you can get Cam Tarrant in motion, get him in rhythm, that's going to be the ultimate goal to get your offense in the successful position.
Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Again, they're going to spread it out. 2 receivers to the left and 3 out to the right for Tarrant and his offense. He gets a high snap. He's going to keep it himself. The defense all spread out, and why not? And he's going to break it for a huge gain out to the Seneca Valley 35-yard line. Huge carry for Penn Hills.
Yeah, 22, 23, maybe yard pickup for Tarrant on a design quarterback draw. Again, love the play call. Get the ball in your playmaker's hand. Looked like there was a flag, though, Greg.
Spotted right about the 50-yard line. And it's going to be a block in the back on Penn Hill, so it's coming back.
That's a killer. That is a killer. 22-yard pickup. It's going to negate into a loss.
So with the run and getting up close to midfield, they don't lose too many yards on the penalty. But the ball spotted at the 41, so it's going to be a first down and 13 here for Penn Hills. And again, spreading it out. We'll see if Tarrant throws it or runs it here. This time he's going to keep it. Gets pulled out of the pocket, and he's going to get brought down for a sack. A nice job that time by Seneca Valley. I believe that was Hall on the stop.
Called his name a ton here tonight, not only on offense, but defensively. Is that tight end, defensive end player for Seneca Valley. Huge tackle there, loss of 6. And the second sack of the game for the Raiders.
Again, looking to spread it out here with 5 receivers, 3 to the left this time, 2 out to the right. Tarrant in the backfield. Pulls it down, keeps it himself. A good job by Seneca Valley defensively. How about Seth Markle? We've called his name once before. He was able to get the ankles of Tarrant to at least be able to keep him to a limited gain.
Yeah, they had 3rd and 19 up on the board. It was 2nd and 19, so I understand the draw there for Tarrant. But now a big 3rd and long. And boy, that holding penalty is looming large. Now we're blocking the back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 3rd and 15. No backs in the backfield this entire set here for Penn Hills. And once again, looking to throw the football and just sitting back there, and he's going to get sacked again. And I believe that was Hall again.
Outside pressure, Cam Tarrant felt it on both sides. He tried to run up the middle. There was nothing there. Another sack, loss of 1.
You have all this pressure. Why not have a back? I mean, I know you want to have 5 guys out there, but you got to be able to pick up that pressure.
Not to mention it, you know Seneca Valley's going to blitz, and if it's 5 wide on 3rd and 14, I don't know how much that does for you. You don't have enough time to drop and get set.
Well, we've seen the last booming kick by Dipko, and he gets a nice kick here as well. Bounces at the 30 and rolls down to the 15. After the last one from Bonovsky, he decides, I want to go back deeper, and it goes a little shorter this time. Works out for Penn Hills, gets it down to the 15.
Yeah, boy, number 23, the punter, 24, Noah Dipko, has probably been their MVP thus far in this game. Those are 2 excellent punts. And now Seneca Valley, again, though, will probably take it because it'll run more and more clock with a 6-0 lead. Start their own 15 again.
First down and 10 for Seneca Valley. Jack Cook back to lead his offense. See if we get a lot more of Hank Royal. 3 receivers out to the right, though. 1 to the left. They get their 2 receivers and 1 tight end with the setup and a little screen play, and it's going to work to perfection. Up to the 40, 45 midfield. Great screen play right up for their running back, Hank Royal. And a huge play. Pickup of 36 yards to the Penn Hills 49.
Yeah, and Hank Royal gets his first touch in the passing game. Little slip screen. Penn Hills maybe thinking the same way that Seneca Valley does to blitz up the middle that you've seen so many times. And what's the perfect way to answer that blitz is to throw a screen. Excellent call.
They really spread them out, too, with the 3 receivers right to be able to hit that pass left. And now Royal's going to go left side, and he's going to get a huge gain here on first down. Pick up about 6. Now we got a 2nd and management coming up.
2 times to the left side, Greg. We called right the entire first drive, and sure it worked out with the touchdown to cap it off, but those are 2 big plays to start the drive for Seneca Valley. Maybe got to try left a little more often.
2nd down and 3. Give them 7 on that carry. 2 receivers out to the right. And looking right to his right side, catch is made. It's going to be a short game, but it's going to be enough for the first down. Peyton Scalos.
Yeah, Peyton Scullis in the zone for Seneca Valley. And that slot is just terrific. Sees how far the defender is off. Just a little quick 1, 2, 3, run on the yards, look for the football. And him and Jack Cook have certainly built chemistry up this year. Scullis now with 28 catches on the season after making that reception.
2 receivers left this time. First down and 10 at the 36-yard line for Seneca Valley. Moving Royal in the formation. And now they fake it to him, and pulling it down is Cook. And just 1 man to beat, and he was unable to do it. A good tackle on the ankles that time by Darryl Holloway. And he stops it to a 5-yard gain as opposed to what could be a lot more.
Yeah, great read by Jack Cook. That's a read option from the quarterback position. That's all on him to make that play. If you see the defensive end crashing on the right side, which Brady did do for Penn Hills. Great job by Jack Cook to keep the football.
2 receivers left, 2 right. On a 2nd down and 5, a short throw, and it's in and out of the hands. A little off target. He was looking for his tight end that time, Jacob Hall.
Dangerous throw there, Greg. That was behind him. It looked like Daquan Hardy had a chance to make the play and get an interception out of that one, the cornerback for Penn Hills. A little higher off the tip, and ball would have been going the other way.
3rd and 5 coming up. 7:17 to go here in the first half. It's a 6-0 lead for Seneca Valley. We were expecting a lot of points in this one, and so far, usually when you come in with 2 high-powered offenses, it ends up being a defensive game.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Greg.
We've seen it so far. The teams have been able to move the football a little bit, but unable to get some points. As a little pitch out to Royal. He's going to get a first down. First down for Royal. Down to about the 24-yard line. Daryl Mason in on the stop for Penn Hills.
And spotted at the 23. Shuffle pass gets him 8. Another great play call from Vestal and the coaching staff on the Seneca Valley side. Maybe spread them out and you think you're going to go outside. Little shuffle pass up the middle.
7th play of the drive coming up for Seneca Valley. Right over the middle, looking for Hall, and that was a dangerous throw. It goes over his head. Plowden there on defense.
I think Jack Cook would like to have that throw back. That sailed on him pretty early. Dangerous, as you mentioned, too, Greg. Middle of the field, that's where everybody's at. Luckily, that hit the ground.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't go high, I mean, it is going to be a catch for about 5 yards, but is it worth it to go over the middle? I mean, if that ball sails like it did and the safety is a little further back, it could be a pick.
Yeah, risk-reward probably not on Jack Cook's side there.
So they're going to send 3 receivers out to the left here on 2nd down and 10. Royal beside Cook in the backfield. And a handoff to Royal on a delayed run, and it's going to go nowhere. Good job for Penn Hills that time in getting the stop, Eric Strasser.
Yeah, behind the line, too. Big stop at this point in the field, Greg. I would assume this is 4-down territory where they're at for Seneca Valley. So you lose one there, really not in field goal range. This is a big 3rd down. If Penn Hills can get a stop here and force them into a 4th and long situation, they could stall this drive.
And you've seen the kicker, Tanner Sherry, miss that extra point,
right.
So now you have to worry about a long field goal attempt. He did have the distance, though. He just obviously a little off target. Looking to throw into the flat. Now Cook has to get it to the right side. Catch is made by Luke Smith, but he's not going to have enough for the 1st down.
Nice job on the tackle there for Penn Hills by Raymere Williams on the outside. Again, you had a 3rd and 11. Now about, a 4th and 7 here, so only a 4-yard pickup. Obviously, go for it situation maybe? Or
yeah, I mean, the ball, well, we'll see.
They're lining up. I stand corrected.
Dylan Good is going to come out to kick this field goal. There's not going to be Sherry on this one. And a quick kick by Good. He's got the distance, and he's got the spot-on kick to get the field goal. Seneca Valley with 3 points is going to make it 9-0 with 5:25 to go here in the opening half. We'll be back with more in a moment. You're listening to WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
Back here at Seneca Valley, it's a 9-0 lead for Seneca Valley over Penn Hills as Dylan Good hits a 38-yard field goal. Different guy than the extra point.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think that he was the one that missed the extra point. That was Tanner Sherry, and that kick probably, to be honest, would have been good from about 45. Had some serious distance on it. 38-yard field goal, that's pretty lengthy for high school football. Nice way to get some points out of that drive for the Raiders. They couldn't have asked for a better start to this one, Greg.
Yeah, 10 plays. They go on that drive. They took up about 4 minutes of clock, too. So with the running game as well, as it's going to be a short kick, bounces at the 20, fielded there at the 20, trying to get inside, now going back across the field. This is Azirius Britt, and he's going to get to the 30, the 35, 40, 45, and pushed out of bounds right around midfield. A flag comes flying in.
Late hit.
Dylan Good is the one that hit him out of bounds.
Tremendous return from Britt. And now that's a 15-yard penalty on top of it. Penn Hills have great field position to start this drive.
You talk about how well Seneca Valley has played to this point, but they're only up 9-0. A touchdown here from Penn Hills, and they're right back in it, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, Penn Hills, and that's the problem that you get, maybe the one shining problem, Greg, when you don't want to play a shootout, you want to run that clock. Well, if you don't capitalize on your drives, and really, they were a foot away from not capitalizing on that first drive. Jack Cook, that was as controversial as they come to if he was in the end zone. Penn Hills has got to look to capitalize on that and get within one score here.
35-yard line is where they will start it with 5:12 to go. Great field position for Tarrant in the offense. Across the middle, catch is made. Short gain that time. Rick Squires on the catch. About a 3-yard gain.
Cam Tarrant 3 of 4 throwing the football now. And they're going to look to no huddle here.
Once again, spreading it out. 5 receivers, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Tarrant looking to his right this time. Catch is made. It's going to be another short gain. Jeremy Hamilton on the catch. He'll get it down to about the 29-yard line, pick up a 4. So it's still going to be a 3rd and short coming up. Looking now to his left, it goes across the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. He was again looking for Hamilton on that throw. So with 4:20 to go, it's a big decision here for Penn Hills on 4th down. I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't think you can do anything else here. I think they're out of field goal range. It's about the same distance from the Seneca Valley side where Good hit the field goal. Hamilton was open there. Tarrant would like to have that throw back.
2 receivers out left, 2 to the right, and pressure coming from Seneca Valley, and a nice pitch off. It's going to be a 1st down here for Penn Hills, a catch made by Tim Smith. And he's going to get down about the 23-yard line. Needed 3, got 6.
Boy, that is great recognition by Cam Tarrant. He saw the pressure in his face, and what do? You throw it at that pressure as long as he can get it over the outstretched hands of the defender. And that's just what he did. Tim Smith picks up a nice gain.
So 1st down and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Tarrant looks out to his right, and the catch is going to be made for a short gain. Didn't see who made that catch. Looks like it was Julian Major on
number 1, Major.
His first catch.
Seems like Cam Tarrant, the reason that he has so many completions is they just pitch and catch, Greg.
And now he's going to roll out to his left, wants to run the football. And he's going to be able to get away from a couple of different guys before getting brought down by the Raider defense. And he's going to get brought down on the play. Jake Stebbins in on the stop, but it's going to be a 1st down for Penn Hills.
Yeah, and a gain of 10. And for Tarrant, 3 sacks on the game that have calculated to negative 12 yards, and he had 1 4-yard gain. That one by far his best run of the night, and Penn Hills is in great position here. They've got to capitalize.
Rolling out to his left is Tarrant. Now he's going to keep it, and then he fires last second, and it's going to go incomplete. He should have ran that football as he was looking for Holloway. But he had some open space to at least pick up, not the 1st down, but at least get 5 or 6 yards.
Holloway was open, though, too. If he gets that ball in a position for number 9 to catch it, that would have been a touchdown for the Indians. But I agree with you, Greg. If you don't have the throw, especially running and throwing opposite of your body, Tarrant had at least 5 yards there before he would have been touched.
So it's going to set up a 2nd down and 10 here for Penn Hills. Stepping up in the pocket, delivers the throw. Short gain this time out to Rick Squires.
Looks like maybe a yard, maybe 2 inside, just inside the 10, but now big 3rd down. You're obviously in 4-down territory, but maybe a timeout coming here to think things through.
And that's exactly what will happen here. Coming up at the half, it's the MSA Sports Halftime Show. This week, Dawn Rebel is joined by the professor who hands out his yearly midterm grades. Also, don't forget some of the top athletes in WPIAL are featured every week on the MSA Sports Center stage, which you can view on our YouTube page. Log on to our website at msasports.net and check out which athletes we are talking to. Plus, our weekly game lights are also now featured on the MSA Sports Network.
And at halftime, we'll be updating the scores. For updated football scores on Friday nights, check out MSA Sports on your mobile device, and that is at m.scores.msasports.net.
And also tonight's game brought to you by Progress, First and Turf. 2:42 to go. A 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is a huge play for Penn Hills out of a timeout. And Greg said it last drive, same thing this time, 5 wide every play.
That's all they've been going ever since their first drive. Tarrant back to throw. Now he's looking like he might tuck it. Now he fires last second. He hits his man, but it's right near the edge and out of bounds. He was looking for Tim Smith.
It looked like Smith was trying to focus on dragging that back foot as he was near the back pylon and had the ball go through his hands. Penn Hills is going to send out the unit now to try and get within 6.
Jake Stebbins was there on D for Seneca Valley, and he had close coverage on Smith. So Eric Antonucci will come on for the field goal. 26-yard field goal attempt. This kick's got the leg. Is it got the... It is in. It is no good.
And hit the left upright and dropped down. It had the leg, as you mentioned, Greg, but accuracy was off. Wide left hit the outside of the post, and boy, what a missed opportunity for Penn Hills. They had the ball on Seneca Valley's 35-yard line to start that drive.
It looked like it may have ended up hooking in just because of the way it was going to hit that post, but unfortunately the field goal is no good. So with 2.5 to go, Seneca Valley is going to get the football back, and they're hoping to keep it until halftime, I'm sure, as the ball spotted at the 20.
We'll see if Seneca Valley decides to try and add to this lead or if they just want to run some more clock. Penn Hills does get the ball to start the second half.
And it's going to be a handoff to Royal, left side this time, and trying to break a tackle. He gets about 2 yards on the play.
And I'm not sure if Dave Vestal's in a hurry to call a timeout here, Greg.
No.
He might be willing to just let it go. Let the clock run, see if Penn Hills will use their timeouts and be comfortable with a 9-point lead at half.
Daryl Mason in on the stop for Seneca Valley. Yeah, they are in no hurry as the play clock down to 15 seconds. They do not want to give Penn Hills the football back.
Can't blame them. They just want to play defense and run the clock. That's their style of play tonight.
Pitching the shutout here, Seneca Valley. Handoff. Getting a couple of yards up to the 25. It's going to be Hank Royal.
Nice job there. Fell forward and got 3. Looked like nothing was there. Was still able to get 3 yards. Now a timeout, I think, Greg.
I want to say this is Penn Hills. Oh, yes, it is.
Makes sense with a 1.5 left and maybe looking to get the football back. Now that you've got them in a 3rd down situation, if you can get a short punt from Seneca Valley, may have an opportunity to score.
Team at MSA Sports would like to thank BSN Sports for providing our team with our new black and white polos, which Cory and I are both sporting here tonight for the school year. BSN Sports has joined the MSA Sports sponsorship family. We'll be featuring a weekly Coaches Game of the Week every Friday night here on the network. Again, as a reminder, at the half, it's the MSA Sports halftime show. Dawn Rebel is joined by the professor, who hands out his yearly midterm grades. Hard to believe we're getting midterm grades already, but
crazy.
We are.
And this is new territory for these two teams, too. I don't think we touched on in both of these teams being in Class 6A. We're in 6 classes now. It's really a win-and-get-in game because only 8 teams make the playoffs in Class 6A. You'd figure that Pine Richland, Central Catholic, North Allegheny will be the top 3 seeds. That's presumably both these teams still have to play North Allegheny. Could beat that team. But you'd figure that Central and Pine Richland, who are facing each other right now at Highmark Stadium, will be at the top. So this is a big spot, big game, I should say, for that 4th spot, Greg.
Yeah, Seneca Valley's already lost to Pine Richland and Central. Penn Hills has already lost to Pine Richland. So, yeah, you got to like those top 2. These 2 teams, whoever loses tonight is now going to have to beat North Allegheny. Or the other team beat NA, you get that 3 spot, and you get safely in case the loser of this game did beat NA. But
yeah, this though is the comfort game because should you drop the North Allegheny after winning this football game, you're still alive. You still have that 4 seed locked as long as you beat Butler and Shaler.
Well, I mean, it's not locked because if, let's say, Penn Hills loses tonight, they beat NA beats Seneca Valley.
Right, three-way tie. But you're still locked into at least having a chance for the playoffs. You're not eliminated before you even get a say.
Right. Yeah, you're not now in a must-win against North Allegheny. Flags came flying in, and see which way the ball's going. Looks like it's going to be on the defense. Penn Hills, they just needed that stop, and they would have got the ball back.
They call a timeout to stop the clock, and then an offsides penalty out of a timeout. That is, I would love to say, the last thing that John Peterman ever wants to see happen out of a timeout.
So now 1st down and 10. Seneca Valley, like they have new life, wants to throw the football, and it's going to go out of bounds. Interesting. They went with the slow, methodical burn the clock, and now they're throwing the football.
Yeah, I don't know. That penalty, maybe, like you said, Greg, seemed to give him a little bit of life. New life with a minute and a half to go. That was smart by Jack Cook there, though. Nothing down the field. Just get rid of the football in a safe spot.
But now you have one timeout left for Penn Hills. They call that, get the stop, call the timeout. They still get the football back. Not much time, but interesting that Seneca Valley decided to change its mind and take that shot. 3 receivers to the right. They're going to hand it off to Royal, though, and he's got room right up the middle. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, inside the 15 to about the 13, and that is a huge difference maker play that time for Royal. Squires ends up getting the final stop for Penn Hills, but he was running alongside Royal the whole time.
57-yard gain for Hank Royal down the left sideline. Again, we mentioned the left side of the football field, and how things change, Greg. Ever since that timeout from Penn Hills, Seneca Valley was content running the clock, going to halftime up 9. Then you get a penalty out of the timeout. Look at this big gain, an opportunity to tack on more points here before the end of the half.
3 receivers out right. And delayed handoff to Royal, and he's going to get hit in the backfield, and then he will get stopped as being able to bring him down. Number 55 for Penn Hills, Garrison Kemp.
That's a nice play on the Penn Hills defensive side of the football. I was just going to say, before Dave Vestal finally mentioned to call the timeout, you've got time running now in the position you're at on the field is to score the football, and he wisely calls that timeout to try and set something up.
Yeah, 44 seconds to go. Don't forget, tune in to This Week in the WPIAL, Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Join us as we visit with some of the top WPIAL coaches, plus we preview Week 6 of the 2016 WPIAL football season.
After that timeout, 44 seconds for Seneca Valley. At the 12, be interesting to see what they do here because they do have 2 timeouts left. You stick with Hank Royal. He just got him a breather after he ran that whole way down the left side, or you try and throw the football. Either way, if you put the ball in the end zone here, you really put Penn Hills, or put the pressure on Penn Hills to do something with that first possession of the second half.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 12. And going up top with the football, and it's going to go incomplete. That was an aggressive play call for Seneca Valley that time. Peyton Scalos is the intended target.
Jack Cook got a lot of air under that football, tried to give Scalos a chance to catch the ball on the right side of the end zone, but small window to get that ball in there. Nice defense from Penn Hills.
So now it's going to be a 3rd and 11.
What do you do here, Greg? You saw the leg that Good has. Content with getting 3, or do you go for it?
Maybe that's why they went for that back shoulder throw.
With a down to play with.
Get an opportunity, a couple shots at the end zone. They're going to just pitch it outside to Royal, and he's going to get no gain on the play. He's going to get brought down by Daryl Mason. So now it's going to set up the field goal here.
It looks like he even lost 2 yards there, did Royal. Makes the field goal a little bit lengthier. And that is not good. That's not Dylan Good, I don't believe.
That's going to bring up 4th.
Yeah, Tanner Sherry.
7 seconds to go in the half.
Maybe they just alternate kickers back and
maybe
forth.
you're the spot on the field. Maybe, the last one was on the right hash that Good made. This one on the left hash for Tanner Sherry. Maybe that's his better spot to kick the football from. And Seneca called a timeout with 1 second left, and obviously just going to try and get 3 more.
Yeah, why not run the clock down? So this is the last play of the half.
Really bad management there for Penn Hills at the end of the half. You call a timeout and then a penalty out of the timeout, and then you allow a 57-yard run. Shocked to say, Greg, that going into the end of the first half, we're going to see Penn Hills with 0 points up on the board.
A quick first half, too.
Yeah.
Penn Hills, 41.8 points coming into this one. The lowest total that they had is 21 points against Pine Richland.
And that's the thing. They put up 21 points against Pine Richland, even in that loss. And now I think that is Dylan Good now.
And the kick. It is up, and it is good. 12-0 for Dylan Good in Seneca Valley as the Raiders lead 12-0 at the half. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll recap the first half for you, and we'll get it out to Don Rebel and the Professor. That's all coming up next. You're listening to WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
Be sure to follow the MSA Sports Network on social media this season for the most up-to-date scores, pictures, videos, breaking news, and links to our articles. You can find the MSA Sports Network on Twitter and Instagram under the handle MSA Sports and at facebook.com/MSA Sports. The MSA Sports Network is also on YouTube under the handle MSA Sports WPIAL, where you can watch hundreds of interviews with local student athletes, full games, highlights, and more. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveSYou. Carlo University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
12-0 at the half. Seneca Valley out in front of Penn Hills. Recap the first half for you as my partner is feverishly putting together some stats. We'll let him put that as we recap it in. Really, the first quarter was all Seneca Valley, and that's because of the long drive they had. They started with the football at their own 17-yard line. They go 14 plays and take up 644. They go 83 yards. Jack Cook, controversial 2-yard touchdown run, was his knee down before he got the ball over the plane. The referee says he did. Extra point was no good, though. Seneca Valley was up 6-0. After a 3-and-out from Penn Hills, we had a first down, then a punt for Seneca Valley. We had a pair of first downs and a punt for Penn Hills. And then Seneca Valley goes 10 plays, takes up about 4 minutes of clock to get a 38-yard field goal from Dylan Good to make it 9-0 Seneca Valley. Penn Hills would come back. The ball was spotted at the Seneca Valley 35. They put together a 9-play drive where they had an opportunity for a 26-yard field goal, but the field goal was no good for Penn Hills. Seneca Valley started at their own 20-yard line. But from there, they were looking to just run out the clock with 2:30 to go, but a false start penalty on a 3rd and 5 by Penn Hills leads to a first down. Then that leads to a huge run from Hank Royal, and that set up the 31-yard field goal from Dylan Good to make it 12-0 Seneca Valley.
Yeah, end of the first half stats too. Seneca Valley leading dominantly in that regard. Just 7 yards rushing for Penn Hills and 28 yards passing for a total of 35 yards on offense. Cam Tarrant was 7 of 11, but again, just 28 yards passing, and he was sacked 3 times in that first half for negative 12 yards, which really took off all the rushing yards. Leading rusher was him, though, after 5 technical carries. Had a total of 2 yards, and for 1 carry for 5 yards. We're getting some official stats now, so we'll see how close we are here. If we can get total stats from the fine people at Seneca Valley. They have total yards 23 yards rushing, so I actually had 7 yards rushing counting the sacks lost off. They have 11 after the sack, so 11 yards rushing and 30 yards passing here for a total of 41. On the side for Seneca Valley, I have 105 yards rushing and 125 passing. They have 110 rushing, 122 passing. We'll go with their official stats. That's what they get paid to do. 41 yards total for Penn Hills, 232 total for Seneca Valley, and again, the score 12-0. Why wouldn't it be? Jack Cook finished 9 of 14 throwing the football in that first half for a total of 122. Leads the offense for Seneca Valley. Hank Royal on the other side had a total of 85 yards rushing on 15 carries. They wanted to get the ball to him. They have done that. Hank Royal has been the meat of the offense in Seneca Valley with a 12-point lead.
Penn Hills coming in, wanted to shut down the run. They have mixed results. I mean, they've had some negative plays. They've been able to keep them bottled up, but they've also given up some big runs, and that's really hurt them here tonight. On the other side for Seneca Valley, they did not want to shoot out, and they've done that so far. Their defense has really stepped up and played tremendously.
And Dave Vestal has to be extremely pleased with how that half went, especially with Dylan Good hitting those 2 field goals, because you missed the extra point early, but you widen that score and make it a 2-possession game with those 2 field goals.
So it's 12-0 at the half. Seneca Valley leading Penn Hills. Penn Hills will get the football back to start the second half. We'll get you some halftime scores when you come back, but first let's send it out to Dawn Rebel and Professor. I should almost said his name, so I shouldn't have said that. The Professor, although I think we all know who it is. The Professor is standing by as they're going to give you some mid-season grades. Let's send it out to World Headquarters where they are standing by.
We welcome you to the Halftime Show, Week 5 here on the MSA Sports Network. I am Dawn Rebel. Week 5 means we have reached the halfway point of this 2016 season, whether you count Week 0 or not. And when we hit the halfway point, we take midterm tests. And to bring the test... Bring the test to the forefront. Here is the one. Here is the only. Here is the Professor.
I am back.
How do you like our new school, our new World Headquarters school here at MSA Sports?
Renovated school. I got to tell you, I do not like it. Much heavier load for me. What? Much heavier load. I'm about to go to the nurse.
What's wrong?
Getting sick because of the load. I'm going to the union president. I have to deal with 6 classes now, not 4.
Oh.
6 classes I now have to teach and not 4. Are you ready for grades?
Yeah.
First off, I want to send a warning out to all students at Western Pennsylvania MSA Sports High. Don't leave your milk money out anywhere around that Tavion Boynes from East Allegheny, because he takes everything. Tavion Boynes.
Yeah.
4 interception returns for touchdowns in the last 2 weeks from East Allegheny. 4 in 2 weeks. Last week, 3 of them on successive possessions.
He brings them to the house.
Yes, he does. So Watch your milk money around him.
All right.
Speaking of crazy, how about that history class last week at Keystone Oaks between Keystone Oaks and Beaver?
Wow.
Conducted last Friday. They crammed a lot of historical material into one night, did they not, Mr. Rebel? If you don't take notes, here's the Cliff Notes. You can't get this on your iPad. 77-49, most points ever in a WPIAL game since 1952. Keystone Oaks QB Alex Smith set a record for most yards in a game with 653. He and Darius Wise, he's a Wise guy, set the record for most yards in a game by two players with 1149. Stars on the forehead.
A lot of
guys.
stars.
Can I
night.
mention the students that you haven't heard a peep from recently a
Quiet.
lot, and they're sitting in the front of the class now,
that's
acing
good.
all their tests. Derry area, undefeated after 5 games. Derry, 5-0 first time since 1983. Northgate, they're the flames that come out of the boiler room next to the janitor's closet, right?
Well, if you're losing your milk money, then you can
That's right.
turn to
And
dairy area.
The Flames are hot 4-0, doing for only the third time since 1990. And I have to mention...
Boiler room.
I have to mention Indiana. I hope they like school buses over there because they're living on them. Done. They've already played at Montour and Laurel Highlands. Laurel Highlands is 81 miles away from Indiana High School, according to MapQuest. And they're also playing at Mars and Ambridge. All told, those 4 round trips, 538 miles on the school bus this year.
Wow.
Put the windows down, bus driver, on that school bus.
That's going to Philly and back.
Shoot. It's that 6th class.
All right, yep. That's what you get. More with the professor when the halftime show continues on the MSA Sports Network.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveYou. Carlo University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's WPIAL football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show here on the MSA Sports Network. Hi, I'm Don Rebel. Join me in the MSA Sports Gang for all the scores and recaps from the top games, plus the MSA Sports Roundtable. That's the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the MSA Sports Network and at msasports.net. As the halftime show continues, what a joy it is to be spending some time with the professor. We only get a chance to do it twice a year, and a lot of people feel that's twice too many.
I'm back. I had a breakup. Little Jimmy Render was throwing spitballs in the cafeteria.
Yeah, man.
You know, I just walked down I just walked down the Kareem Hall of Jeanette because I just finished meeting with the deans, Seton LaSalle's Lionel deans. Because it seems the deans is a little concerned about some classes being taught around Western Pennsylvania. He wonders about the French class at Beaver Falls taught by Austin French.
So this is a play on words. This really isn't.
No. And he's wondering about the religion class. There's a new religion class going to be offered. Kids will learn about Noah's Ark from Noah Hamlin at Clareton. And at Canevin, they're studying Hemingway from Malik Hemingway. And I just talked to a guidance counselor about some new college stuff. They want to know if it's a good major for the future at Penn Hills. Well, I don't know if it's good, but it is Julian major. And then there's a grant in aid. Pine Richland is now offering a grant in aid. It came from West Virginia, Grant Kerrigan, a pit recruit. Did you know about that?
Wow.
And do I have time real fast to tell a story?
Didn't you just do so right now?
Storytelling. Today's storytelling day.
Okay.
Professor George Novak, one of only 3 professors at WPIAL to be on the 300 win club. You know him, and he's the home ec club, the key club, the 300 win club. Only him, Professor Novak, Professor Little Jimmy Render, and Professor Smokin' Joe Hamilton. Well, did you know I went and looked up little George's discipline record when he went to high school in 9th grade. He walked into a 9th grade class, first class of Sister Mary Elephant, and Sister Mary said, all right, you have an assignment to do. Take out your pencils. And Jimmy, little Georgie Novak, raised his hand and said, I ain't got no pencil, Sister Mary Elephant. She said, no, Georgie, it's not I ain't got no pencil. I don't have a pencil. You don't have a pencil. He doesn't have a pencil. We don't have a pencil. Do you understand? Little Georgie said, no. Who in the heck has all the pencils? All right. I'll stop being a class clown. Let's get back to some serious for a minute. All the students in Notre Dame at the Irish Eyes, all around Western PA, 5 recruits from Notre Dame. Never had that before. I'm into helping some students, so I'm going to offer geography. You're still laughing at that story.
I'm stunned.
You're geography tutors to Ambridge.
I thought we were almost done, but I guess we're not.
Ambridge, Cornell, Shaler, help them geography. Find the end zone. Shaler 14 points, Cornell 12, Ambridge 6. All right, Professor of the Half Year, class valedictorian. Gene Matzuk, Professor of the Half Year. You're surprised.
No.
He could have folded. They've been bad the last few
Yes,
years.
they have.
He's come back. They are undefeated. And the valedictorian, maybe it was Zane Dudek, maybe Phil Jerkovic, maybe Lamont Wade.
All good guesses.
That wise guy. Wise guy sits in the front of the class. Yeah. Darius Wise Beaver, averaging 300 yards offensive game, adequate enough passing, rushed for 900 yards, averaging 14 yards a carry, Don. Also returns kicks and plays safety.
That's a wise guy who's not bringing frankincense and myrrh. He's bringing gold.
And I'm out of here, Professor, on that.
All right, we'll talk to the professor once we hit the postseason. Enjoy the second half of the game you're listening to here on the MSA Sports Network.
Thank you to Dawn Rebel and the professor for their halftime show. The bands are still out for Seneca Valley. Got to mention the PA guy for Penn Hills. Man, he was enthusiastic, wasn't he? Fantastic.
A lot more than us. He let it go, man.
Yeah.
That was terrific.
No doubt about it. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get you some scores from around the WPIAL, including all the scores from the 6A classifications. We'll get all those for you here coming up in just a couple of minutes. You are listening and watching the WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
Get everything you want in a checking account, plus $200 from Dollar Bank. That's right. You get $200 with an everything checking account from Dollar Bank. Everything checking includes interest, 55,000 free ATMs, and no monthly service fee when you do the things you already do every day. You also get real-time alerts and an app with mobile deposit, all free. Add Everything Savings to earn 1.00% APY up to $20,000. And now, Everything Checking has it all, including a $200 offer that ends October 15th. So don't miss your chance to get $200. Stop in, visit dollar.bank/200, or call 1-800-242-BANK today. Dollar Bank, mutually inspired. $200 offer for new customers only. Certain requirements apply in the first year. Call for details. 0.15% annual percentage yield. Savings rate and fee waiver requires 6 qualifying payments. 0.25% savings APY over $20,000. Subject to change without notice. Dollar Bank. Member FDIC.
MSASports.net is the place to click on every day this fall.
On Mondays, we have the latest MSA Sports Top 10 football rankings.
Also on Monday, we check in on the former district stars now making the grade in college with WPIAL alum Q&A.
Tuesday is a look back at the biggest and best plays from the previous Scholastic football weekend with the plays of the week.
We go big game hunting on Wednesday with a preview of the top WPIAL football contests.
I'll look into my crystal ball on Thursday with the wildly popular Chicks Picks.
A complete rundown of all the games comes your way on Friday, plus plenty of broadcasts to choose from on Friday nights.
On Saturday, we'll take a look at the top performances with Friday night highlights. Then on Sunday, a look back at the previous day's high school standouts with Saturday's Scholastic Stars.
Anytime, anywhere, always there this fall with the MSA Sports Network at MSASports.net.
Halftime, just about finishing up here from Seneca Valley. It's a 12-0 lead for Seneca Valley over Penn Hills. Try to get you some scores from around 6A, also around the rest of the WPIAL as well. Just looking up a couple of final scores here. Got most of the scores from the conference that we are not playing in right now. First, the non-conference game, Mount Lebanon and North Allegheny. Mount Lebanon up 12-0 on North Allegheny in the second quarter. I got to tell you, Mount Lebanon getting upset by Hempfield really, I think, surprised some folks. And the reason is because the score with Hempfield right now. Bethel Park, second quarter, up 28-0.
Yeah, Bethel Park has been playing some good football as of late as well. They really gave Pine Richland a game last week before Pine Richland came up and won 31-24. Speaking of Pine Richland, Central Catholic tied right now at 14. That game's also at halftime. That is about as big of a game as they get regular season. And to be in this conference, too, I'm sure Seneca Valley and Penn Hill's keeping a close eye on that one.
Butler leading Shaler 21-7. That's the other game in the Northern 7. The other games, 2 games in the Southeastern Conference. Altoona and Canna McMillan, a scoreless game at 0-0. And I must have missed Norwin's game in Peters Township. I passed that one up.
I wasn't able to find that one on our site either.
There it is. Norwin's up 7-0 in the first quarter. That's the last score reported in that one. So that's what's going on around the 6A conference. But really, you look at seeds. And for Mount Lebanon losing that game to Hempfield, you have to wonder if there might be a 3-way a tie if they can beat Bethel Park. If they can't, then Mount Lebanon's going to drop to that 3rd spot, which puts you against Pine Richland or Central Catholic. You really want to stay in the top 2 in that Southeastern Conference. And even if you beat North Allegheny, it doesn't really matter if you can't get in those top 2 spots.
Absolutely, and really, you said it. I mean, that upset, Hempfield over Mount Lebanon, was really something to where you thought, you know, what type of team is Hempfield if they can come out there and play like that? Bethel Park, to me, is the team in that Southeastern Conference that has really impressed to this point. I mean, they had a legit shot at beating Pine Richland last week. They can keep playing like they're playing. Look for them in the playoffs to maybe make some noise.
So here in this one, a 12-0 lead for Seneca Valley, as the players yet to have come onto the field at this point. I feel like halftime went quicker than the first 2 quarters, right?
Yeah, halftime. Halftime longer, you mean? Halftime seemed a little longer.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Halftime seemed a little longer. The first 2 quarters, Seneca Valley just kept possession of the football the entire time, completed passes, and ran the football. And that's how you get the clock to move.
It was interesting. We were talking during the halftime show for Penn Hills. Really, after their first drive, went no backs, and they just went 5 wide, throwing the football. Cam Terrence, the only one that's going to be running the football in that setup, and he's pulling it down, but they can't go deep downfield because he doesn't have the time to throw.
Well, you look at it, Tim Smith had 1 run for 5 yards, and Jeremy Hamilton had 1 run for 0 yards. And other than that, there were no runs attempted for Penn Hills outside of Cam Tarrant, maybe a couple quarterback draw calls. But you're right, Greg. I mean, not to mention, you're going 5 wide. It's one thing to go shotgun, but he has no help back there in the backfield. If anybody breaks the line from the offensive line, there's a time to go 5 wide, but to go with the whole game and really just make check down throws, it hasn't been effective for Penn Hills. Seneca Valley shut this team out last year as well. So maybe they have their number in that regard. They have a way to stop this offense. I feel like all we did about Penn Hills pregame was talk about the offense. Just haven't seen it come to fruition yet.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. I think this is such a big opening drive for them. If they turn it over 3 and out, Seneca Valley eats up some clock, it's going to be game over pretty quick.
Yeah, in Seneca Valley, that's the position they want to be in. You talk to Dave Vestal, I think his game plan and his attack of this game has been spot on. It's been perfect. You see the execution they have, whether or not Jack Cook's knee was down, doesn't matter. He was in the end zone in the eyes of the official, and you've got 12 more points on the board than your opponent, not to mention you're shutting out your opponent with the WPIAL's leading passer. So I think that the approach and the game plan from Dave Vestal has just been perfect for Seneca Valley.
So both teams have come onto the field, and they're getting their warm-ups in as we're a couple minutes away from getting started here in the second half. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we will have second half kickoff coming up for you here from Seneca Valley. You are listening and watching WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network. 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 2016 here on the MSA
Log on every Wednesday night at 7 for the latest high school football news during this week in the WPIAL here on the MSA Sports Network. Join Don Rebel and other members of the MSA Sports team as they visit with WPIAL football coaches, plus they run down the upcoming schedule and preview the weekend's top high school football games. That's this week in the WPIAL, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. this fall, only on the MSA Sports Network.
MSA Sports broadcasts are now available on both Android and iOS devices. Just navigate to the game of your choice, and on your mobile device, press the arrow or play button. It's that easy. No app needed. No matter where you are, MSA Sports content is available at your fingertips via your iPad, Android phone, iPod, and iPhone. Anytime, anywhere, always there. The MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account, and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using hashtag What Drives You. Carlo University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
Getting ready to start the second half here from Seneca Valley. It's a 12-0 lead for Seneca Valley over Penn Hills in this one. I want to remind you, we want to see your game day smiles. On our website, go to the game or broadcast page for the game that you are at. Select the Add a Photo option in the upper right-hand portion of the screen and browse to the photo you want to upload. Your photo may then appear as one of our spotlight photos on our homepage. Or you can always just tag your Instagram photos with @MSA Sports. Seneca Valley about to kick off here. Just waiting on Penn Hills to take the field. Kicking it off for Seneca Valley will be Dylan Good. Tanner Sherry was the opening kicker for the team, and after the missed extra point, they decided to switch things up, and Dylan Good has delivered for him. And the kickoff, and we are underway, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Penn Hills will take over at the 20.
We'll see what they can do. 20-yard line. Penn Hills, the drive that stands out the most, Greg, was in that second quarter, starting on the 35-yard line of Seneca Valley. And they drive and stalled. They had a 1st and 10 from about the 12-yard line, I believe, stalled there, and then missed a 26-yard field goal. And still do not have points on the board. This is huge. You mentioned it, this drive, a big drive in this football game. They've got to put points on the board.
And it's going to be a fake, and the carry here is going to be for Cam Tarrant, and he's going to pick up 11 yards on first down, and they had a running back beside him there in the backfield.
And look what happened. 11 yards. It was a great read by Tarrant. You don't necessarily have to give it to that running back if he's back there with you. Cam Tarrant, great recognition there. They're going to go up tempo a little bit.
Now they got two backs with them in the backfield, and they're going to hand the football off. And look at that, right up the middle, huge hole, 40, 50, 45, cutting back to the 40. This is a 35. This is Terry Smith up to the 25 and taken out of bounds near the 20-yard line, spotted at about the 18. A huge run for Terry Smith.
You run the football. Run the football, and look what happens. A burst of speed and a cut to the outside. Terry Smith made about 4 people miss there and somehow got that ball inside the 20. Excellent speed. This is the drive Penn Hills had in mind.
28 seconds, 2 plays, and they have gone 52 yards, and they are now inside the 20-yard line. Another handoff to Terry Smith, and he's going to pick up a couple of, maybe a yard. Looked like he was going to get 2, but got the push back from the Seneca Valley defense. Whole new ball game if Penn Hills can put points on the board here.
This is where they stalled last time. Same spot of the field. They've got to put this ball in the end zone.
That first drive coming out of the second half was always crucial, I feel like, in almost any game. But this one especially. As a pass coming here from Tarrant, it's going to be incomplete. Looks like a little miscommunication as Azarius Britt was the intended target.
Smith really had no option there to throw the football, Greg, and now you've got to wonder, do you think this is 4-down territory with a 12-point lead? I would think so after the kicking game failed on a 26-yard field goal, so maybe you run the football here to set up a manageable 4th and short.
Yeah, I guess it depends where the ball is here. I guess we'll see after this play. If you can get 8 yards, maybe. Going to go 4 wides. Going to have a back in the backfield this time as Tarrant rolls out to his left. And look at that, picks up the blocker, throws a jump ball, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Want to see who that intended target was.
That was 3 for Penn Hills. Jeffries.
I believe it was.
That was the quarterback, Jack Cook, in coverage for Seneca Valley.
Couldn't see if that was 14 or 16, but that is Cook, and he made a heck of a play. And that's going to set up a 4th and 9. But you see, you put it back in the backfield, and they pick up that blitz to be able to throw that football and give your team a chance. So we'll see if they have it here. 4th and 9, they're going for it. Cam Tarrant steps up in the pocket. He's going to get tripped. He keeps his feet. He keeps moving, but he's going to get brought down, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Bringing him down at the end of that play was Dominic Polochak.
So Tarrant turns it into a 3-yard gain, but that's it. And boy, a 51-yard run from Terry Smith, and all you do is go 4 and out from there. We talked about it earlier, Greg, at the start of the half. You didn't want to turn the ball over on downs. You wanted to get points out of the drive. They decide to go for it on 4th down and still don't convert. That is a tough break for Penn Hills.
So now Seneca Valley will start at their own 15-yard line. And now with that stop for Seneca Valley, if they can take up a huge chunk of time here, put points on the board, they could run away with this one as Cook is taking that first down carry on his own. And he's going to pick up about a yard, maybe 2.
And this looks familiar for Seneca Valley. Hit the ball, run up the middle, and run the clock after your defense gave you the football in a favorable spot, not giving up any points. Remember, they shut this team out last year. Looking to do it again.
That'll be a 2nd down and 8 as they do give him 2 yards on the play.
No sense of urgency or rush for the Raiders. Every time they snap the ball, it's under 10 seconds on the play clock.
Going to bring a man back in the backfield. And it's going to be handoff to Royal. A huge hole up the middle. He's going to pick up about 7 yards, and it's going to make a 3rd and 1 coming up.
Boy, Raymir Williams, doesn't make that tackle, and Royal's going to go for about 50. But Williams with a shoestring tackle gives Penn Hills some life to try and stop him on 3rd and short.
3rd and 1 coming up with 9:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 12-0 lead for Seneca Valley. Again, bring another man into the backfield. And looking for that option pass. They throw it back, but it's fumbled away. I believe it was recovered, though.
Yeah, that's Scalise.
But that's going to make a quick 3 and out here for Seneca Valley.
Wow. 3rd and 1. They try to run a option left. I might have just given the ball to Hank Royal right up the middle like you've done all game. Goes from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 8, so you lose 7 on that pitch that Scholars couldn't handle. Nice job by the Penn Hills defense.
Penn Hills has a man down on the field with 8:49 to go. Today's game being brought to you by Progress First and Turf. We hope you've enjoyed listening in and watching the game. Scott Majeski up there taking care of the video for us. Greg Warnock, Cory Campano with you here. 12-0 lead for Seneca Valley as we're going to have a punt coming up here for the Raiders.
Jack Cook, the quarterback, is also the punter for the Raiders. And again, Penn Hills could get lined up with good field position here. They're 2 returners right around midfield.
Looks like it's Cameron Jeffries as well as Zarius Britt. And it's going to be Jeffries who's going to field it at the 43. Makes one man miss, but goes right back into that same man. And Scallis, and he's going to make the stop. So it's going to be spotted at the 42-yard line after the 3 and out.
Yeah, not the type of return you want to see for Penn Hills. Caught it and went backwards, a little too much dancing. Got to go north-south in those situations. But again, nice response from Penn Hills. 3 and out. You've got the football back. Don't know how many times I can say, though, got to put points on the board. They've had opportunities, Greg.
And now they're going to go to that 4-wide setup. And they're going to hand the football off, and it's going to get brought back for a loss into the backfield. Huge play on defense that time. Gabe Miller is going to bring Tim Smith back for a loss.
Boy, there was just, Tim Smith touched the football and then had 2 defenders right in his face. That one there, just no blocking up front. Loss of 3. Penn Hills just keeps going backwards. Got to find a way to turn that around.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to set up a 2nd and 12 from the 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2 running backs in the backfield this time as they hand it off to Smith again, and he's going to pick up, that's Tim Smith on the carry. He'll get those 2 yards back, but it's still going to be 3rd and 10.
Tim Smith, they've rotated him into the offense tonight. Good to see him back after the injury. He's gotten a couple touches, not in space like they'd hoped. If you're on the Penn Hills side of the football, and they find themselves in another 3rd and long.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. For Cam Tarrant and the Penn Hills squad as they looks to tuck it down and wants to throw, but he's going to get brought down for a sack. And that time on the sack, I believe that was for Seneca Valley, Seth Markle.
Markle's been a beast up there up front. For Seneca Valley, 3 big plays defensively that I can remember. 2 in the first half. He's got 2 of the 4 sacks now as Tarrant lost 4 yards there. 4th sack of the game for Seneca Valley.
That's going to set up a 4th down and a punt coming here from Noah Dipko. He's got the strong leg. Jake Banofsky is back deep for Seneca Valley. High delivery, and it's going to get blocked. Huge block by Seneca Valley that time, and the ball is still rumbling on the ground, and Penn Hills is going to down the football, but it's going to be inside the 5.
What a swing. What a swing. Jack Cook, the quarterback, blocks the punt, beats the first line of defense, blocks Dipko's punt. Dipko tries to recover. All it does is bounce off his hands and go all the way down inside the Penn Hills 5. My, how the tides turn. Seneca Valley can virtually put this away, Greg.
Yeah, taking over at the 5-yard line.
1st and 10 Raiders ball at the Penn Hills 5-yard line. Check that. 1st and goal go from the 5-yard line.
6:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And a handoff coming for Royal, and he's got daylight to run, and he's got it in for 6. 18-0 with the extra point pending.
Hank Royal, 5-yard touchdown run. Jack Cook, the quarterback, Mr. Do-It-All. He broke up a play in the end zone on the cornerback position, blocks a punt that gets all the way inside the 5-yard line. Hank Royal caps it off. and the Raiders are rolling.
Tanner Sherry's on for the extra points. Maybe he's the extra point specialist. And Dylan Good, the field goal specialist. But the kick looked like it was blocked. It was blocked, so it'll be no good. 18-0. Seneca Valley out in front with 6:21 to go in the third quarter. Back with more in a moment. You are listening and watching WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
$18-0, Seneca Valley out in front of Penn Hills. Yeah, Corey, I was just thinking, you and I were talking before the game about some of the games we've covered so far this year, and you mentioned you have seen a shutout every week.
Every week.
I should have known it was going to be a shutout.
Every week. I shouldn't even have told you that before the game. I jinxed it again. Although I think that Penn Hills, really, has had opportunities to put points on the board. In the missed field goal, fourth down, they couldn't convert. Really just a game that they'd like to have capitalized on some of the things that they've had opportunities on. It just hasn't gone their way. It's been all Seneca Valley.
Fielded back at the 1-yard line. Brought up to the 15. Down at about the 17. That carry for Rick Squires.
Raiders up 18-0 now. How about Jack Cook? Manning the offense, quarterback, making defensive plays. Been terrific here tonight. Man in that safety position. Not enough can be said, though, about a kid that throws a touchdown or hands off for a touchdown, then he blocks a punt. It's just an all-around football player.
And they're going to go with the empty backfield set. Interesting because the running back situation I thought worked for them. But they're going to throw it out to the flat and a trick play. Throwing it up in the air, and it is incomplete. It was a good play design. It was thrown out to Davion Stevens, but the ball was dropped by Rick Squires. And really, the ball by Stevens was floated in the air if he let him.
But, still, it would have been a 20-yard completion or so. It didn't lead Stevens at all, but Stevens stopped his route with nobody near him. Just took his eyes off the football and looked to run. Unfortunate series of events there for Penn Hills. I feel like we've been saying that all night, unfortunately, for the Indians.
Good play design, nice trick, and Squires dropping that football. He had one defender there. It looked like the defender was going to fall down anyway. And a pitch outside, catch is made up to the 25, making a man miss to the 30, 35, another man miss to the 40, 45, upfield, just past the 50. And that is a good catch and run from Jeremy Hamilton.
Yeah, 33-yard gain, but Hamilton caught it 6 yards down the field. Then he made 3 or 4 guys miss. If you're going to run a 5-wide set and play pitch and catch, you have to hope your receivers can do that, Greg.
Hamilton did it for him. 5:45 to go. Handoff this time is going to be to Terry Smith, and he'll get about 3 yards on the play up to the 46.
Yeah, they're going to give them 4. And I agree with you, Greg. It seems, maybe they're panicking a little, down 18 now. But it seems the running back, when you get the ball in their hands, it's worked for the most part.
3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Running back in space, and they're going to pitch it out to the running back, but he's got 3 guys right in front of him. And that's going to get brought back for a huge loss. Terry Smith on the catch on that one. And another stop once again, Seth Markle in there for Seneca Valley. But that's going to end up being a 4-yard loss and make a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, so you gained 3 on the run. Terry Smith, so you figure let's get the ball back in his hands, but Seneca Valley read that screen from the get-go.
3rd and 11. Rolling out to his right is Taryn. He's looking downfield to throw. He has a man deep. And it's incomplete. Great defense on that for Seneca Valley. It was going for Julian Major, and Wallach Shabazz breaks that one up.
Boy, was he all over that. That's exactly how you're taught to play defense, man-to-man, deep ball, eyes on the receiver the whole way until you feel the ball coming, turned his head at the perfect time and got a hand in there. That's a great play by number 5 in black.
Shabazz making the stop, and now it's 4th and 11, and Penn Hills will bring out the punting unit, Noah Dipko.
Penn Hills, I was going to say, it looks like they've got like 9 guys on the field. A couple running on late.
Scullis back deep for Seneca Valley.
You better get the snap off here.
Hey, don't do it. Delay game is coming.
Yeah, they're kind of just all out of whack right now as Penn Hills. Every time they seem to get one big play like they just did on the 33-yard pass, they have a series of events that goes the wrong way.
So it'll be 4th and 16 now. Don't forget today's game brought to you by Progress. First and turf as we see the Dipko punt, and they brought Scallis up. I'm not sure why they did that. They brought him up close. Ball bounced at about the 20. It's going to roll down to the 14. Interesting decision there by Seneca Valley.
Yeah, I don't think they're worried about a big play. 18-point lead, getting the football back. Again, I think they like the fact that they're going to be in their own end and have a chance to just run the football and run clock. Dave Vestal has stuck to his game plan from beginning to this point thus far, and why not? It's worked. Funny how, a team like Penn Hills, Greg, scored so many points to this point after playing 5 games, and they face a team that they've been shut out got shut out to last year, and they're staring at that same situation again. It's just something about a team-to-team matchup.
Last half, we've seen 7 offensive possessions total in this quarter alone, and we're about a little over halfway. This is the 6th possession coming up, so no long drives like we've seen the last time.
And the only drive that capped off a touchdown was the one that was one play from the 5-yard line, so after the block punt, I think officials are trying to work out something here.
They got one more time on the clock?
It may be. Yeah, they want 4:18 on the clock instead of 3:56. Clock must have kept running after Penn Hills had already downed the football.
So Seneca Valley takes back on offense. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. And back is Royal, and he's going to get the football, and no gain on the play.
Good pursuit to the football. I think 67, Ahmad Franklin, was the man that was in there first. Held Royal to nothing. Seneca Valley done a tremendous job sticking to that game plan all day here tonight.
2nd down and 10. Two receivers out left this time as now they'll get the pitch, and it's going to be Royal, and he's going to get up to about the 23. I think he might be about a yard shy. We'll see where they spot the football.
10 of 15 now for Jack Cook. That one will gain 9. A chance to convert on this 3rd and short. Hank Royal's 4th catch of the night.
.310 and counting to go here in this 3rd quarter. An 18-0 lead for Seneca Valley over Penn Hills. Offset power I. They hand it off to Royal. He powers his way through, gets up to the 25. Needed 1, got 2. First down, Seneca Valley.
Just like that. Plan looks great to move up Scullis on the punt return. Convert that first down. You're right where he was standing. You've run more time off the clock.
Taking up all of that play clock, too, as it's going down inside 10, down to 5. This one a little bit closer than they're used to here as it goes down to 1, and now they get the play off. Hand off to Royal, and he's going to pick up 2 yards on the play.
Daryl Mason, the man to make the tackle for Penn Hills. They'll call it a gain of 1-0 there for Royal again. But they will run the football and run it often in this second half. As long as Hank Royal can hold on to the football, they will use him exclusively. He's already touched the ball 20 times tonight, 20 carries. 24 touches if you include the catches.
2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. They're going to throw the football. The catch is made by Scullis, and he's going to get about 5 yards.
Scullis' 4th catch of the evening. We mentioned before the game how much they use Scullis in the passing game. 25 catches coming into this one and averages around 12 a catch. That time, just 5, but sets up third and manageable.
3rd and 4 coming up here for Seneca Valley. Two receivers out to the right. Royal back there in the backfield. Cook's going to call his own number, and there he goes. 45 up midfield, past midfield to about the 48-yard line before being brought down by Terry Smith.
What
Spot
a read.
at the 49.
What a read. Jack Cook, 20-yard run, and just a beautiful job at the quarterback position. That was a designed option. Saw the whole defense floating to the left side and just kept it himself. Jack Cook has been terrific here tonight.
First down and 10 at the Penn Hills 45-yard line. Penn Hills wanted to shut down this running game, but Seneca Valley's been able to get it going. Offset eye here for Seneca Valley. And they will hand it off, and right up the middle. That time is Royal, and he's going to pick up 8 yards.
Hank Royal is the tank back there. Hank the Tank got the football there. 8 more yards, and really he loves to just run between the tackles. He's a big boy. Is number 21 in black. They list him as 6'2", 215, and he's every bit of it. That 1-2 combo of Royal and Cook carried the Raiders' offense.
Got a timeout here from Seneca Valley. The clock's still running.
Might be the end of the quarter.
Looks like that is the case. We'll take a timeout as well. You are listening and watching WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
Monticello's Italian restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us on the MSA Sports Network and receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to Monticello's.com. Monticello's, a Pittsburgh favorite.
Second down carry for Cook, and he's going to pick up the first down. He just ran right up the middle and got a nice chunk of yards out of it.
Yeah, look how far he carried the pile, too. Just doesn't look like a quarterback out there. Goes from the 41 all the way inside the 30. Excellent run in Seneca Valley, just pounding the football here. Game plan is executed terrifically. And they are really looking to lock up that 4th spot, as it may be. Put a little quotation around that 4th spot right now, as they've got a showdown with North Allegheny looming.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and Cook's again going to call his own number, and he's going to wait for his blocks, and he's going to go in for 6. 28-yard touchdown run, and that should put it away for Jack Cook in Seneca Valley.
Gets a 13-yard run up the middle, and then a 28-yard run when he does a little dancing for the touchdown. Just like that, it's 24-0 Seneca Valley. Jack Cook, put an exclamation point next to that name.
He's had a fantastic night here for Seneca Valley. Looks like they will bring Tanner Sherry out for the extra point. He'll have his third opportunity here. Kick is up, and this kick is good. Tanner Sherry puts it through the uprights and makes a 25-0 Seneca Valley out in front on Penn Hills. Back with more in a moment. You are listening and watching WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
Officially Sports is your one-stop shop for all your officiating needs. If you need a shirt, jacket, pants, shoes, whistles, etc., Officially Sports has it all, and they are the sole licensed supplier for the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association. Officially Sports also provides custom bags and apparel to help promote your officials association. Mention this ad and receive free shipping until November 1st. Order online at www.officiallysports.com or call 1-800-934-4555. That's 1-800-934-4555. Call today. Officially.
25-0 lead for Seneca Valley over Penn Hills as Penn Hills about to receive the football back. That last drive goes 9 plays, 86 yards. About 5 minutes comes off the clock at 4:58. Jack Cook's 28-yard touchdown run with the extra point from Tanner Sherry. It is 25-0 Seneca Valley. And Britt will receive the football for Penn Hills at about the 12, up to the 15-20. Good return to the 25, but brought down by Seneca Valley at about the 27-yard line. That's where Penn Hills will take over. Looks like it was Parker Smith on the stop for Seneca Valley.
Penn Hills now in a situation where this one's pretty much in the books, barring anything crazy, but trying to have a sense of pride here and score the football. Don't want to get shut out, especially a team that scores often, Greg. 2 years back-to-back by the same team. I'm sure Penn Hills has a little chip on their shoulder starting this fourth quarter and want to put some points on the board.
Bring a man in motion from right to left, and then a handoff inside and trying to bounce it out and getting about to the 36-yard line. That's Terry Smith.
In on the tackle, number 5, Wahid Shabazz.
Shabazz in on the stop, able to get the ankles of Terry Smith. But it'll be a pickup of about 9.
Smith's run the ball well. 4 carries, 64 yards.
High snap. Able to bring it down as Tarrant, but then it's going to be a loss on the play. Hall's going to make the stop for Seneca Valley. And I believe that was Terry Smith who had the carry. Now he goes down to the ground.
Boy, Hall just flew in there from the right defensive position. Smith lost 4 yards there. Jacob Hall, another one that we've called his name plenty of times.
UPMC Sports Medicine is partnering with MSA Sports this year for their Stay Strong and Play On program, featuring monthly spotlights on athletes who have overcome injury and continue to pursue and excel at their sport. UPMC will be granting 2 $1,000 scholarships at the end of the year to athletes who have managed to stay strong and play on. Look for more details soon at msasports.net. Also, just a reminder, Progress is back this year sponsoring the 2016 fall edition of the Progress Athletes of the Month in football, as well as boys and girls soccer. The voting is now over, and the September winners will be announced on the scoreboard show tonight on the MSA Sports Network. Check out who those winners will be. Progress, a sponsor of today's game. Progress, First and Turf. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 coming up here for Penn Hills.
Play resumed
No backs in the backfield for Penn Hills on this third down play. Looking for a quick hitter on the outside, and it almost was picked off. Intended for Julian Major, and Walik Shabazz almost picked it.
Boy, they've thrown at him how many times in this second half, Greg? And it seems like he's answered the call every single time, has Shabazz. Number 5 in black is a special player from that cornerback position. Little guy, but he's very quick.
Well, keep in mind,
very aware.
Julian Major came into this one 26 catches, 394 yards, 7 touchdowns. I don't think he has a catch tonight.
One for 2 yards. It was just on a little cross. You remember at the end of the first half.
Yeah, Shabazz has shut him out.
Yeah, and Major's been on that side the entire time. You're right, Greg.
Yeah, Shabazz has been shadowing him and playing well. You got to give it up to Shabazz, who's having a fantastic game. They're trying to get Major the football, but just unable to do it. Penn Hills will take a timeout. We're going to take one with them. Back with more in a moment. You are listening and watching WPIAL Football 2016 here on the MSA Sports Network.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's WPIAL football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show here on the MSA Sports Network. Hi, I'm Don Rebel. Join me in the MSA Sports Gang for all the scores and recaps from the top games, plus the MSA Sports Roundtable. That's the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the MSA Sports Network and at msasports.net.
Back here at Seneca Valley, 10:22 to go in the football game. And it is 25-0. Seneca Valley out in front of Penn Hills. A big 4th and 5 coming up. Thought they may go for it, but instead they do bring out the punting team. Dipko. They're waiting for that fake, and they've played it to perfection. Terry Smith got the football. Seneca Valley sniffs it out, brings multiple guys in. Jacob Hall. And I'll tell you what, Dave Vestal talking to him before the game, I asked about special teams, and he goes, we have to pay attention. Last year, Penn Hills burned us on a fake punt. They were aware. They were ready for it. I think they expected it last punt. It didn't come. They were ready for it this time, and now they take over.
I think special teams has been pretty kind to Seneca Valley. Aside from the 2 extra point misses, they've hit 2 field goals. They've blocked a punt that set up a touchdown, and now they stuff out a fake punt for a loss of 7 as Jacob Hall, again, just bursted into the backfield to make that stop. Seneca Valley's knocking on the doorstep again to add to this 25-point lead.
Starting at the 25-yard line, 1st down and 10 with 10:15 to go. And they're going to fake the handoff, and keeping it himself is the quarterback, Jack Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, nothing there, but before that run, Jack Cooks had about 20 yards rushing in the first half, and his runs in the second half went for 2, and then 20, 13, 28, and then that one for no gain. But Jack Cook, to go with those rushing stats, 11 of 16 throwing the football. He's had a terrific night. Senior leader out there, trying to cap off his senior season with getting this team into the playoffs.
2nd down and 10, hand off to Royal, and he goes right up the middle. Kick to the left side a little. I think we talked about how much he went to the right side that opening drive, and ever since then it's been more left side and up the middle.
Yeah, and really look how well it's worked. Hank Royal's having a terrific night running the football, as he normally does for the Raiders. But there, again, running middle, and they kind of allow him to bounce outside whenever he feels like it because of how good he is running between the tackles. When you have a dual threat running back like that, you kind of just let him do his thing.
3rd and 7 coming up here for Seneca Valley. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Receiver out to the left, receiver out to the right. And we got all kind of movement.
Flag on the play.
So it'll be a false start on Seneca Valley. 3rd down play call coming up.
That's only the 2nd penalty I have marked all night for Seneca Valley. Another recipe to winning.
Yeah.
Staying, limit the flags. It's just 2 false start penalties.
Disciplined football. So now it's a 3rd and 12, and do you just run the football to take more time off? Or do you try to throw it to extend the drive? See what they decide to do here. And it's the option play. Pitches it out to Royal. He's going to pick up a good chunk of yards anyway before being brought down by Noah Dipko. He'll get down to about the 22, so gets the penalty yardage back. So now it's going to be 4th and 7. I'd imagine they'll go for it here.
Yeah, they're out of field goal range, and no point to tack on extra points right now. You're just trying to get another first down and run some more clock.
And with the turnover on downs stopping the clock anyway, you might as well throw the football here potentially. And that's what they're going to do. And they're just going to pitch it out to Royal and let him do it. And he's going to get the first down and more. He might get into the end zone, and he does. Broken down play by the defense and a pitch and catch from Cook to Royal for 22 yards and the score.
We've called those two guys names the entire night, Jack Cook and Hank Royal. This time they connect from 22 yards out. Just a little pitch and catch. Jack Cook now on the night 13 of 18, just 5 incompletions, and Hank Royal makes his 7th catch of the evening and takes that one into the end zone. All Raiders here tonight, Greg.
It's been an outstanding performance here from Seneca Valley. And Tanner Sherry is on for the extra point. Low snap, but the kick is up. He's got plenty of leg on that one. It is good. 32-0. Seneca Valley. We'll keep it here as Seneca Valley takes the lead, and hard to believe we could say this, but a stop and a field goal will lead to a mercy rule.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible considering, it was 12-0 at half, and Penn Hills had the ball to start the second half. You're thinking, okay, they drive down and get a touchdown here. This is a ball game.
Yeah.
And it just never seemed to go that way. Penn Hills, any opportunity that they get, they were slim, but did not capitalize on those slim opportunities. And really, second half turning point, that block punt really sealed the deal. It was 12-0 at that point, and Penn Hills was trying to pin Seneca Valley, but Jack Cook made the block punt, and then they score one play later. Seneca Valley has looked pretty good here tonight. The scoreboard shows it.
7:36 to go. Don't forget, coming up after the game, it's the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show with Dawn Rebel and a cast of thousands from the MSA Sports Control Center with all the scores from Week 5 of the 2016 WPIAL football season. Plus, Paul Patera and Lou Rude join Dawn on the roundtable. Don't miss the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show after the game. Only here on the MSA Sports Network. Kickoff coming. We got a flag coming in, and it might have been offsides.
Just in case you're wondering, that Pine-Richland Central Catholic game, late in the third quarter, 28-21. Score right now in favor of Central Catholic.
So we'll come back with the offsides call. Kickoff coming here from Dylan Good. And it'll be fielded at about the 24-yard line by Britt. And he's trying to turn back field, and he's not going to be able to do it. He's going to end up being brought down. Luke Smith in on the stop for Seneca Valley. And the ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. He may have got about 2 yards on the return.
32-0 now. I was wondering, does Penn Hills pull Cam Tarrant at this point? I doubt it, but just a thought going through your head. I mean, really don't want to see that young man get injured in a time you're going to need him the rest of the season. I'm sure he'll stay out there to play, but just a thought.
I've always noticed when I think they might want to pull somebody, the coaches tend to keep them like 2 series more.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Tarrant back to throw the football, and he's going to get wrapped up. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that is about it. Seneca Valley defense has been all over him all night long. There was Evan Schillerow.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Tarrant's rushes. He's rushed the ball technically 9 times, including the sacks. I mean, 5 of them have gone for a loss of the 9 times. And he's a quick quarterback, too. Just hasn't been able to get away. The pressure's been relentless from the Raiders.
Now looking to throw the football left and staying in the pocket, fires, and it's over the head of his intended target that time, Britt.
For Cam Tarrant throwing the football, he's now 9 of 18. Certainly not going to add to those WPIL leading stats tonight. Really not many yards gained, in the throwing department.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be the top quarterback in the statistical department after tonight in the WPIL. He's still going to be top 3, but may not be sitting number 1. We'll see. Tarrant running the football, and again, he will be brought down for a loss. And again, on the stop, it's Schillerow.
And a 2-yard loss, another sack. That officially the 5th one of the ball game.
Seneca Valley will get the football back, and I think at this point they will once again be looking for the fake. Penn Hills, seems like the fight in the Penn Hills squad is really
pretty much gone, yeah. And that's why I wouldn't even expect a fake. Just punt the football away. Great punt.
Seneca Valley was just playing the fake. They don't care about where the ball goes at this point. As Britt will down it at about the 38-yard line.
That's going to be it for Jack Cook. Who's coming into the ballgame for Seneca Valley will be Gabe Lawson, it looks like, number 11. Which absolutely makes sense. Under 6 minutes and the type of lead that you have. Good to see some other guys get in there and get some action as well.
So it'll be a first down and 10. Receiver out to the left and to the right. And the ball goes over the head of Gabe Lawson. And he just has to run back to recover it all the way back to the 14-yard line.
That's a tough start to the stat line for Gabe Lawson as he checks into the game, number 11, from the 38 back to the 15 on really a ball that was out of his control.
And they got to get to the 48 for the first down. 22nd down and 23.
Did they pull Lawson? They did. They pulled Gabe Lawson and put a different quarterback in there. I believe that's Ty Gross.
And they do hand the football off here, trying to get to the outside and not going to be able to do it, and they'll lose more yardage. That was Noah Mancuso. Mancuso taking Gross's handoff and losing a lot more yards. They're back at what, the 8-yard line now?
7. They've got it marked on the scoreboard. They went from the 38 to the 7 in 2 plays. Loss of 24 on the recovery there from Lawson, who's now back into the game. So loss of 8 yards on that run.
3rd and
now a false start, I believe. Looked like on the left side of the line, false start for Seneca Valley.
This is probably the longest 3rd down I've ever seen in watching
They
football.
don't get much longer. First down stick is at midfield, near midfield.
3rd and 46. I've never seen it that long.
We'll see if they can get the snap down in the shotgun. Otherwise, this will be a safety.
Yeah. Odd way for the Seneca Valley defense to lose its goose egg on the.
Lost more there, Greg. They went from the 3 back to the 1. Gabe Lawson lost 2. So in technically 2 carries for Gabe Lawson. He loses 26 yards.
The ball was originally at the 38. They are at the 1.
So they will probably not even punt as far as the first down stick is here.
Yeah, 4th down and 48. Holy Toledo.
Nearly
got the
blocked.
punt off. But the ball's going to go out at about the 15-yard line, so Penn Hills can put points on the board.
Yeah, so it goes to the 15. Good call, Greg. That's right where it bounced out of bounds. So, yeah, 3.5 minutes left. I think Dave Vessel might send the number 1 defense back out there, honestly, to try and stop them.
Hey, you got to protect your shutout.
Ball was spotted at the 15-yard line of Seneca Valley. 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Starting offense still out there for Penn Hills.
3:34 to go in the game.
Right back to that 5 wide, Greg.
Yeah, 4 out to the right, 1 to the left. Tarrant going to roll once again. He's on fire. A catch is made. And now trying to make a couple of plays out there is Jeremy Hamilton. He's going to pick up 5 yards on the play.
With the tackle, number 81, Drake Church.
Hamilton's 3rd catch of the game for 43 yards.
2nd down and 5 from the 10. Rolling to his left is Tarrant. He's got room to run, but he decides to throw the football, and he's going to have a touchdown. He should. Waiting for the final call. It is in. Touchdown from 10 yards out to Rick Squires.
You hear the light groan from the crowd at Seneca Valley as Tarrant completes his 16th pass of the night. Now his 11th pass of the night. 11 for 20. Gets the touchdown there. Rick Squires from 10 yards out, and they will not be shut out 2 years in a row, will the Indians?
And you'll see points on both sides for your first time.
First
in
time.
2016.
First time. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for the shout out. I appreciate it.
38, Eric Antonucci to kick the extra point.
Yeah, we got all kind of issues
No
here.
idea what happened there.
I think the ball just forgot to get snapped.
Procedure penalty against Penn Hills.
So back them up. 5 for the extra point. What was that? 3rd and 43 and 4th and 48?
46 and 48, yeah. 3rd and 46, 4th and 48.
That is the longest 2 I've ever seen. Do you remember seeing one any longer?
I don't think they can. They almost can't get longer, you'd think. And now they just want this game to keep going, apparently. And this is another 2 false start penalties on an extra point.
With 2:55 to go, it's 32-6.
It seems like the last 2 minutes on the clock have taken an eternity.
Compared to how quick the rest of this game has gone.
The first half was under an hour. I was amazed at how many passes were completed and how many times they run the football.
So a long extra point. It is up, and it is good. Eric Antonucci on that extra point. So it is 32-7 with 2:55 to go. Don't forget, coming up after the game, it's WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show with Dawn Rebel and a cast of thousands from the MSA Sports Control Center with all the scores from Week 5 of the 2016 WPIAL football season, plus Paul Patera and Lou Rude join Dawn on the roundtable. Don't miss the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show after the game, only here on the MSA Sports Network. Looks like Seneca Valley is going to play the onside kick here as they get set up for it. They have 10 guys within 10 yards, and then they have a lone deep man. That's Walik Shabazz back at about the 15.
Pine Richland has tied the game late, 28-all there. Pine Richland and Central Catholic. That one going on at Highmark Stadium.
Kick coming here from Dipko. It is going to be a short kick, and Seneca Valley just recovers and falls on it. Not quite the onside kick you expected, but it was a short one. And that was Jake Stebbins who recovers it.
Just 2 timeouts left for Penn Hills. I don't see them attempting to try and stop the clock at this point in the ball game. And that'll be Ty Gross, number 9 at quarterback out there for Seneca Valley.
Gross will come in with the power eye behind him. Looks like they want to. They were going to bring a man off. Now they're going to bring a man back on.
This will be a delay of game. They don't have anybody setting. They're at 0. Timeout. Just in time from Dave Vestal.
I guess you got a couple to burn here. Don't want to see a situation where you had last time.
He was furious on the sideline, and you can only imagine. I mean, you send the second-string guys in there to try and just close out the ball game, and you saw what happened that first series, and now you're 2 seconds away from a penalty this time around. And this one tonight, Greg, not how I pictured it. Not how I pictured it going one bit. The way the Penn Hills offense can play.
Yeah, I agree. And now it looks like it was a bad snap, so really Gross just had to fall down on it.
Number 9, Ty Gross for the carry.
Penn Hills calls a timeout.
Wow, so they do try and get the football back. Calls a timeout right away. Gross looks like we'll just run for no gain. That's surprising. 32-7.
2:48 left.
Honestly, all you're really doing there is giving an opportunity for your starting players to get hurt. If you're going to put them back out on the field, I mean, if they score a touchdown, that's great and all. It makes it look closer. But
garner points, I guess, maybe.
I guess.
If you can get that extra touchdown, that helps you out a little bit. I mean, that's the only way I think John Peterman's looking at it.
And last we saw, by the way, North Allegheny was losing tonight on the road.
That's in a non-conference game against Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, and that'll be a big game when these two teams each play North Allegheny.
Hand off and going nowhere on it. We'll see if Penn Hills uses its last timeout, which I imagine it would. It looks like that was Casey Sanderbeck.
Now they don't use a timeout, which is interesting.
Maybe they'll wait after a third down play.
3rd down and 13. Ball spotted at the Raiders' 36-yard line.
So Ty Gross back out there at quarterback here on a 3rd and 13 play. Be about 2 minutes left when the ball gets snapped. And another handoff. And looking like he's going to make a couple of moves and get close to the first down sticks. Jake Mindweezer. But it's going to be 4th down, and then there is the timeout for Penn Hills, the last one for Peterman's group, with 1:48 to go.
So with 1:48 here, a couple light blue boo birds from the Seneca Valley crowd. Punted away. Seneca Valley just trying to get to the end of this game. They played a terrific game, Greg, and I see this team as a playoff team. You know, for looking from the outside, certainly it looks that way in the standings as of right now. But you watch them play, as good of a game plan as they had going into this game, they can definitely compete in 6A. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we're talking about this being a potential win in your end game in the playoffs, but these teams are better than some of the teams that will get in 6A.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
absolutely.
They're definitely in top 8 material. Really, if you look at it, as the ball is going to get fumbled, as Penn Hills went to go for it, But are they saying Seneca Valley touched it first?
No, I think he fumbled it, and then Seneca Valley recovered it right there. That's exactly the case.
That's going to be the ball game.
Yep, they'll kneel on the football now.
So Seneca Valley is going to win the football game. It was only 12-0 at the half, and really it was all down to that very first drive. 14 plays, took up 644 and went 83 yards. Jack Cook's 2-yard touchdown run made it 6-0 out of the gates and really just sucked a little bit of life out of this game early on. A couple of field goals from Seneca Valley, but it was their defense that really dominated that first half against the Penn Hills offense, shutting them down. And then the big play came in the third quarter. Jack Cook blocks a punt. Seneca Valley takes over at the 5-yard line. The next play, Hank Royal, 5-yard touchdown run. That made it 18-0. And then to put the cap on it, after a punt from Penn Hills, Seneca Valley goes 9 plays and 86 yards, takes up 4:58 of time. And Jack Cook's 28-yard touchdown run made it 25-0. Seneca Valley, they would cap on another touchdown before Penn Hills would score just a few moments ago, but a couple of big plays really is what it boiled down to. That long drive in the first half, the block punt in the middle of the third quarter, and then that last touchdown drive that ended in the beginning of the fourth that finished it up here tonight.
So 32-7 will be the final. Again, stay tuned. You can follow the rest of the games that are still going on. 28-all still, Pine Richland and Central Catholic, and 12-7. Mount Lebanon is at North Allegheny, leading on the road right now to in-conference games that you might want to keep an eye on.
And that'll do it. A 32-7 win for Seneca Valley over Penn Hills. I want to thank the folks at Seneca Valley for having us here tonight. Make sure you check out the scoreboard show to get all the scores from around the WPIAL. We appreciate you watching the football game here tonight. Scott Majeski doing a fine job on video for us. For my broadcast partner, Cory Campano, I'm Greg Warnock. Thanks for listening in. Your final score here tonight, Seneca Valley 32, Penn Hills 7. Thank you for listening in, everyone. Good night.
You have been listening to WPIAL Football at MSASports.net. Sponsored in part by Progress, by First Commonwealth Bank, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Carlow University, by Officially Sports, by Dollar Bank, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates. You can follow the 2016 WPIAL football season and all of the fall high school sports action by logging on every day to www.msasports.net. The preceding has been a special presentation of the Management Science Associates Sports Network.
MSA Sports. Press 1 to